This is part 1 to transforming my fireplace surround. Started by removing the mantle. Then I prepped the wall for paint by wiping it down with TSP and getting it nice and clean. Once that was done, I taped off all of my lines. I brushed the tape's edge with the existing wall color to seal the tape. The walls were an orange peel texture, but to help create a concrete effect, I did a very rustic skip trowel skim coat over the orange peel. To create a soft and natural texture on the wall, I'm going to be using a mineral wall paint from JH Wall Paints. On freshly textured walls, they recommend doing 2 coats of their mineral prime. I found the thick pudding-like primer to have really good hiding capabilities, and it dried to a really nice matte finish. So I've got 2 coats of the mineral prime up on the wall. You allow 4 to 6 hours in between each coat for it to dry. Now that I've done that, I can do the first coat of the lime wall paint. The first coat can be rolled, brushed, or sprayed on, so I'm gonna roll it on for simplicity, and then the second coat is the really important one where we're gonna get that texture. It says that you can mix it to different dilutions depending what you want. Their tutorial video, they did 1 part paint to 1 part water, so that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. So as you guys can see, it's starting to dry, and you can kind of see some of this depth and texture coming through. So it's gonna dry this really matte, lighter color. It goes on a lot darker than it actually dries. But you can see how we're starting to get the depth through it, and I'm super excited to see what it comes out after the second coat. So I let the first coat of paint that I rolled on dry overnight. It's dry now, and I'm ready to do my second coat. So the second coat is the one that really matters for the pattern. So they recommend using a big brush. I got this one at the hardware store. And then you mix it the same way that you mixed the roll-on coat. So 1-to-1 paint to water. I mixed it in a bowl like this so that I could easily dip my brush in and out. For the actual technique, I watched a few of their tutorial videos, and they recommend doing an X pattern and keeping a wet edge the entire time. So we're gonna see how this goes. It took me a little while to get the hang of the pattern, but once I had it down, it went really quick. So you can see it's starting to dry. Over here is a bit drier, but you can see that X pattern, kind of random up and downs that I was doing. When you stand back, you can see how much lighter it's going to dry. So we'll wait a few hours and see how it turns out. A few hours now. I'm so excited with how it came out. It's got this matte, soft, kind of pillowy texture and depth that is incredible. I have big plans for the mantle, and then I'm going to be redoing this bench as well.